Hi, this is Piyali, and I just finished three books. And today I will discuss all about these three books, how I felt when I read these books. So I will just share my feelings with you all. So the first book that I finished is The Algebra of Infinite Justice. It is the pinnacle of political realism, in kind of. I felt that this is a very it's actually the pinnacle of political realism in some way, and it explains how the country's nuclear plant is hurting our economy and how corporatization and power politics have become an integral part of our life, of every citizen's life, daily life. And it is also a kind of inspiration to fight for a sound political system. And if you really want to know what's happening in the depth of all these political states or movements, I can share this in some other video, because there are lots of realities and real like there are lots of realities, and also the author Arundhati Roy, her realization about a lot of situation is like very important for our country. So it's kind of a very important book, and for our future political system, and also it's an inspiration to the growth of politics and the growth of political system in some way, how much it's needed in our country. So this is a very interesting book, but I felt when I was reading this book, I felt that I needed some more time to dive deep into this book. And when I chose it for the category of daily reading, I think it was not kind of book which I can actually choose for the daily reading and to finish it as soon as possible, because this is a book I can, like, anyone can read whenever they want to. Like, there are lots of things that needed more close attention to understand, and it's not a book to just fix a timer and just finish it, because it's not a book to finish, it's a book that continues with our life. So it's a book for all those people, those wants to know about the political system, and also those people can read this book. Those are ready to give it some time, okay, because it needed some more close attention. So this was the first book of mine, The Algebra of Infinite Justice by Arundhati Roy. So the next book I read is another one, The White Tiger. It's by Arvind Adija, and this book is also it's written from a perspective of a driver, and then the driver, how he became entrepreneur, and how his life changes, and how he was a servant, and how then he became a driver, and how then entrepreneur, and how his life is changing, his mentality is changing, how corruption is like he is getting into that corruption also, and how the social and political system is like grasping him with the changes of his surroundings, and the behavior of the elite classes, and also this describes a lot of small things. It actually explains in a very funny way, in a very humorous way, and it's mostly the social structure that upper class, lower class, that distinction, how it's affecting the culture, how it's affecting the society. It also describe a lot of behavioral pattern, and also like how a person who was not at all um, not at all was aware of that corporatization, or that that not corporatization, but it's mostly the corruption. And this corruption has explained, like this author explained in a very interesting way, and it's a must read for all those people, those who want to know that how people's class is affected in this society, class struggle, how happens, what is the depth of it, and what is the actual sense of it. Like you can feel, literally you can feel when you read the books, you can feel how the elite classes or how the upper classes people feel or think about some servants or some lower classes people. So this is a very close observation from the side of author. And also he explained how the driver, when he started growing in his life, what pushed him, what motivates him to choose his life according to his own master, how he became the master, and when he changes his behavior, it's a very important milestone for himself. And but still, he was not out of that corruption, and how he handled it, manages it. It's a kind of, you will find the last page, last cover is also saying that you will find a servant, you will find his philosophers, he will find as entrepreneur, how he became an entrepreneur from the servant, and the driver and the murderer. You will find everything, and everything is happening because of the social structure. This structure, how the structure is corrupted. It's not the corruption happen in a very lighter way, but how deep it is in the society. So, and how it's affecting all the people. So you will understand that point of view from the author. So it's a very interesting plus very sad, very realistic kind of a story, The White Tiger, and it was the winner of the Man Booker Prize on 2008. So it's special for that reason also. And the book name is The White Tiger and written by Arjun Tadija. My last book is Agatha Christie, Miss Marple's Final Cases. So this is another book I read, and just 2 days before Agatha Christie's birthday was there, and just forgot, and then I remember, and I was already reading this book on that day. So yeah, it's a good experience, of course, with Agatha Christie. Any like in any time, whenever you are with Agatha Christie's book, you will lost yourself with the cases, the way she resolves, and the character she puts down. It's almost like nothing to say. But this book I felt a little bit difficult because the story was very short, and also the way very quickly actually Mrs. Marple solve all the cases. But interesting story there, I find out few interesting story, and that is Miss Marple tells a story is a very interesting story. The dressmaker's doll is a very interesting story. In a Glass Darkly is a very interesting story. Strangest is also very interesting. Everything, every story is very interesting, but you need some more time to understand, because all these cases are actually solved in a very short time period. So you need to be very cautious when you are reading, so that you can not miss the small points she is explaining. The first story was started with the um, sanctuary. The first story was started when a strange man will come to a church, and how he will killed, and then the story will unfold with all these things. And the second story was Second story about burglary, about like stealing money from a person. So this kind of story, and then it will like she will find out who is actually the main person behind all these things. All the story is actually very interesting, and a story was is there which is related to dolls, and how this doll is doing everything, but no one is understanding how a doll can do everything in a house. Like the doll is cleaning the room, the doll is writing, the doll is like not writing but sitting on the table of where changing the places where she's sitting, and sometimes she is founded near the window, sometimes she's founded in the table, sometimes she's founding that she's cleaning all the room. So it's very interesting. And also a story was there where someone is writing a story, and like the husband and wife, but they suddenly get to know that the person is like the wife is got killed, and then they got to know because the room was only shared by two person, the husband and wife, so no one can enter in the house, only the chambermaid can enter, and he was not aware that the chambermaid changed the dresses, and how she how she attempt like murdered his wife by changing her appearances. So it was also a very interesting story. So there are lots of this book is very special because there are lots of stories, not one story. But also this book is very hard also because of you have to be very aware when you are reading because there are some small details. If you miss that, you will not understand what happens in the end. So you have to read it again. So yes, this is the book Agatha Christie. Miss Marple's Final Sketches, written by Agatha Christie. So this was it, and I just finished all these three books, and I wanted to share this all with you. If you like this video, if you like my content, then please subscribe my channel. And if you want to know more about these books or other books, you can comment me. And also, you can share whatever you are reading right now, currently, and whatever feelings you are, whatever way you are feeling when you are reading with all these books. Because that's what my purpose is, not only reading, but how I'm feeling with the reading. That's what I want to share with you all, and I want you all to, whenever you are reading, just reflect how it makes you feel. Whatever is triggering or what kind of emotions you are getting, how you are seeing this story, how you are seeing this author. So all these things are very important, and the way I can say that these three authors, Agatha Christie, Arvind Adija, and also Arundhati Roy, all these three authors are very classic written author. Their writing style is following that classic style. So at times you can feel very, if you try to finish their book very quickly, it's not possible because you have to concentrate on this book. It's not fast paced, and you need some time to finish all this book. So this I felt when I was reading. So and that's it. Um, we'll meet everyone very soon, I hope. And just take care of yourself, and bye.